How was your Labor Day weekend, Wave Riders? Tuesday, the 4th of September, GQ dropping in for you. Check it out. Our first real Northwest swell producer of the season, and it's right there. Yep, things are definitely changing. The jet stream is getting more trophy, and that event right there is what we're looking at. This guy over here will send off energy off to the Philippines, Taiwan, and Japan. Small stuff, but nothing for us. It's going the wrong way. We like them tracking right our way off of Japan. This one's up here by the Eastern Aleutians, but it does have a decent and broad enough track as it ends up in the Gulf to send us Friday afternoon some 4-foot waves. North-northwest will be the angle. It'll be a little bit more northerly as it finishes its journey, and delivering, again, 4-foot waves to us Friday, second half of the day, especially towards the evening, into Saturday, fading on Sunday. And Yahoo! We'll take a look at the swell periods generated by it here. She comes down here, 12 to 14 second periods, but we haven't seen something like this since last season. Looking good. Mostly what we've seen this summer is north to north-northeast swell, and that one north-northwest. And you can see also a lot of swell coming up to the Americas. We're going to get clipped with some sideband swell towards the middle of the month and a couple direct hits. There's also some Tasman Sea potential coming up from down under. Here's that first one. I'm going to be trying to get up to us around this weekend. For Saturday, should be 3 feet from the south. And then here comes that Tasman Sea, and I'll show you the storms. I wanted to show you those nice lines coming down from up here. So there she goes. After that swell, nothing of interest. We get a little guy tracking easterly here. We might get a little something off that towards the middle of the month. There's that Tasman Sea storm. Then this one, God, that one would have just been out about 300 miles to the east of New Zealand. That one would have brought 5-foot south-southwest swell, what we normally see. But anyway, we'll count on this guy to bring Fiji some 10-foot surf, and for us, it'll 3-foot southwest Tasman Sea swell towards the middle of the month. The South Shores are not going to sleep, but there's nothing to get super excited about, as that track it's just not quite the right track, and this one slams right into the south coast of New Zealand, and that'll just break up any kind of fetch. The jet stream, again, starting to show up here a little bit more to the North Pac. It does dissipate. There's not much really after this coming weekend swell. There she is. That thing thickened up enough for that current swell. Well, we first get a little pulse of north-northwest on Wednesday, maybe 2.5 feet, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the real deal comes on Friday afternoon into Saturday. And down under, we see that one trough in the jet stream that brings the waves to Australia and to Fiji and to New Zealand, but really nothing to us. The dominant branch has been the north branch. We don't really get swell from that one. It's been a real bad scene with these high pressures off to the east of New Zealand. A lot of swells coming up off the Ross ice shelf and traveling towards Chile, which have just seen an epic season of giant waves and storm surf as well. But all in all, we have enough stuff going on down under to keep the South Shore rideable, and if you're not picky, go for it. All right, let's take a look at the surface charts. There's that 1033 high pressure trace, fresh paced trade winds. There is a little bit of a low off here, about 750 miles off to our north-northwest. It's more in the upper levels, but it is keeping some potential for rain this weekend. That high pressure going to slowly move off to the northwest, build, keeping the trades fresh through Wednesday. Trades will back down on Thursday, Friday as a low pressure nears in the upper levels. So again, breezy most of the week. Thursday and Friday, we'll wait and see. A little wetter this weekend thanks to some upper level stuff nearing the islands, but models are mixed, so we're not sure exactly how wet it's going to be. There is that low pressure, and we're going to see more and more of those. And if that thing was a little lower, closer to us, we would have seen some solid 6, maybe 8-foot waves from it, but it's staying up there centered above the Aleutians, but the fetch does get down below, and we'll be seeing waves Friday afternoon. All right, we'll drill down. You can see a real easterly flow to the clouds, and they're broken to scattered. They're ranging from, say, 20 to 80% cloud coverage, depending on what time of day and what side of the island you're at. So again, a big range in the clarity. Again, super windy. Hold on to your beach chairs. Highs would be about 87, lows about 77. All in all, we're doing really good, and We'll take the swells that we have coming. We know there are the water reflective loops showing quite a bit of offshore embedded showers, and most of the rain is focused windward and Malca as well as the cloud cover, but it is off and on spilling over These thick areas here are where the instruments actually are. This is not showing actual rain. This is just the instruments, just an idiosyncrasy rain. You always see those right there, no matter if it's sunny or not. And that's your local swell tracker. We'll see you back here next week about the same time. And aloha, happy surfing.